Ian is a weirdo. Today we're going to be cleaning up my desk, among other things, but cleaning up the desk is first and foremost. Um, I have a couple things on my desk that will help organize, help keep things straight, help make things nice and clean, and then I have another bunch of stuff that is just making my life a living hell. That's a gross exaggeration. It's making my life more difficult because I have so much stuff going on, so many whips. Things aren't organized, and it's driving me a little bit bananas, I will admit. So, I guess we'll just kind of get to it and hope you guys enjoy. And then maybe later today we'll do a little sketch session. Hopefully, I can find a camera angle that's a little bit better. I have yarn shifting in the background. As soon as my dog came home, it was just a nightmare. So let's get to one of the most weird questions. So I have fans. I'm a purveyor of fans. I love a good fan and the way it feels on your face. I have 3 fans on my table right now. This is all the fans I have, and I have them all right here. Oh, wrong way. My Golden Girls fan, of course. I take this one to gay occasions, such as Pride. So I'm just gonna put these in my yarn bag because my yarn bag isn't really serving a purpose right now, other than just pile shit on too. Um, so, um, so yeah. So getting rid of the fans makes a big difference. I don't have a lot of trash on the table. I mean, I have like a little bit, but I don't really have a lot of trash. I have this makeup organizer that's on like a lazy Susan sort of thing, and I thought it'd be good to hold my most frequently used hooks. Um, so I think I'm gonna use that. It won't work for my furls because the handle's so big. Oh, hey Daniel, how are you? I'm trying to bring you up on screen, but I can't. Um, and then I'm gonna put a 6 in there. So I got a 4, I got a 6. Um, I should put my 5 in there, but I think my 5 is in use. Actually, is it? I might be using, this is 5.5. It was 4.5. Okay. So, I don't want to upgrade my restream. There we go. Okay. I'm doing well. I'm just trying to clean up this mess that I have. I have so much shit. Um, so I'm just gonna be walking back and forth trying to clean up this mess and trying to stay sane in the process. There's not a lot of hope there, but a boy can dream. Okay, so one of the things that I'm working on right now. Oh, hey Candy, how are you? Good morning. One of the things I'm working on right now that I don't have a lot of hope for is this Chanel brain squishy. It's just not turning out the way that I want. It's still very loose, and please don't tell me what this reminds you of. um, it's still very loose, and I just I don't have an abundance of Chanel to make it more plush. So I think maybe I just didn't go hard enough on the initial um, the initial whatchamacallit, um, double crochets, and so it's just not that great. So I bought a bunch of Chanel hoping that this would make great stress balls. It's very soft, it's very squishy, but it does tend to kind of flake a little bit, and it just is so heavy of a yarn that it just doesn't really squish down like I expected. So I'm gonna finish it, but I don't really know what to do. So I have this like plate, this little skeleton, white and silver skeleton face, like a Dia de los Muertos face that I'm gonna use to hold kind of the things that I use all the time, and hopefully that'll help me stay a little bit more organized. I have these earrings and then these earring hooks. So I need to attach those at some point, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do silver or gold. Probably silver, but I don't know. I have this, which I was gonna make for the waistband of my jock strap that never came to fruition because I couldn't understand the pattern. Um, but I never really did that. So I'm debating on whether or not I should even keep it or if I should just toss it. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. I guess so. I've got two major projects going on right now. I guess major is relative, but I've got my voodoo doll coming along. Pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. It's got rocks at the bottom of it, keeping it nice and uh, firmly planted on the ground. And I'm really, really happy with that. The legs can come apart a little bit, and no stuffing's going to come through the crotch area. So I feel like I'm just like carrying little pants with me everywhere I go. Um, but I'm not going to work on that today, probably. I'm going to work on this stress ball and see if I can make something out of it. Hopefully, it works. Otherwise, I bought all that Chanel yarn for nothing. I'll figure something else out to do with it. But I'm not really loving the Chanel yarn. I'll be the first to say. So it tangles pretty easily, and that's just okay. It's is what it is. I'm using a 4.5 hook and putting 4 stitches in each stitch. I'm doing a double crochet. I'm really close to the end of my round. See, the end of my round is right here, and I'm working right here. So we're really close already. But sorry, I'm still drinking my coffee, so my brain seems like it's not working. It's not. If you would like to watch another video of mine today, I would suggest the video where I did my point of view of Bod's point of view on yarn hoarding. Um, for me, this is something that I felt like I had to do as someone who is very vocal about being a mental health advocate. And, really the video was about mental health. And um, that's how I interpreted it, at least. And I just wanted to talk about how I kind of felt in response to the video. And I also wanted to really commend Bag a Day for, um, I don't know, sharing that part of her life. I mean, that's a very personal um, part of her life that she doesn't tend to share. So um, I think that that is really. I always hate the word brave because it's like, oh my God, you're so brave, and that's like not what I intend. I just I know that revealing mental health things about yourself on the internet is very scary, and I wanted to commend her for that bravery. Because a lot of people are judgmental. A lot of people don't understand mental illness or disorders or just general mental health. And so to be able to go on the internet and communicate what she was feeling, I think is really powerful. Um, and I'm, as usual, a big fan of Bag a Day and what she does and what she represents. She's such a good person. At least every interaction I've had with her or watching her, she's just a good. I have this like extra strand sticking out of this leg, and it's bothering the shit out of me. Okay. I need to keep a trash can here so I can just toss all my like loose ends. I just have like tons of like loose strings just hanging out. Um, but no, I don't have a trash can. Um, yeah, I want this place to be kind of like to become just kind of a nice place to store my hooks and projects and all that stuff, so that I can kind of clean up my desk and have like a nice clean slate for future projects to come. I guess that was a little redundant, but whatever. Um, So if you haven't seen this pattern, I did a little how-to with this pattern a couple of videos ago. It's a very simple pattern, very beginner friendly. All you have to know is how to chain, how to slip stitch, and how to double crochet. And that's literally it. So it's a very easy pattern to follow, and you can make it in all types of yarn, all sizes of hook, and it's a great project to not only relieve stress in others, but relieve stress in yourself. It's just a pretty low stress job. um, Pretty low stress uh, project. I am also selling these on Etsy. Um, so if you did not want to make one and you wanted to support me, you could. My Etsy, I'm gonna type it in the chat. Is Ian's Weirdo Emporium. I thought I wasn't gonna have enough yarn, so I kind of skimped early on, and I think I'm paying the price for it now. But I didn't want to run out of yarn, so I thought it was the best idea. But now I'm regretting it. So it is what it is. And this yarn is just like one big tangle, like fluff. So after this, I should have at least one project done, which would be very relieving. Because this voodoo doll is taking up a huge portion of my life. Um, and even though it's going a lot faster now that I switched over to my M/N hook, it's still not the most, I don't know, it's still not the fastest project. I'm just not a big amigurumi fan. I used to, like, I love being able to create them, but they just take too long for my attention span, which is very short. I do like the way the hook slips through the Chanel. It's very soft, very satisfying. Um, but I don't know if I'm gonna use the Chanel on anything else because I mean, it's just like it's not enough in the just Chanel, little balls, and you really have to find like a lot of one color, whereas it'd be cheaper just to buy like a big ball of Chanel. And I just don't love the yarn that much. Like it's just there's a lot of things it's not doing for me. Okay, so now I've reached the end of my round. I'm gonna go into my first stitch and do a little slip stitch. I'm gonna chain two. Now this is a step I wouldn't normally do um, with my stress balls, but because I'm just trying to use up all of this color and make it fluffier, I am just gonna keep going. I was like, don't make a granny square. I was making granny square earrings last night, so like in the habit of like chaining between clusters and stuff like that. Don't make it granny square. Ooh, my tape measure, that definitely needs to go in here. And maybe some of the stuff that's in my skull dish, I'll just keep out what I need for the current project, and then everything else I'll put into that little organizer, and that would be nice. And then my table will be clear, and I'll be happy. Let's say, like, the scissors go right there. Yeah, I like that. I don't really need the tape measure. Where did the tape measure go? No, just fit in there. Fits in there, but I don't really like it there. We'll just play with it. No need for perfection just yet. Okay, so we are in a super twist type situation. I kind of love doing that to yarn when it's all like, I need more coffee. You ever have those moments where you're like, I desperately need more coffee? It's like water in the desert, but it's coffee, and you're in the air conditioned room. So I don't know if you've seen my updates to my little witchy altar. Um, I have 3 little glass bottles. I have a little glowing crystal ball that has Himalayan sea salt inside of it, and it's got a little string of lights. I have a skull it's like hands are holding it up like this. And I put my stress balls that look like little brains in there. I was gonna use it as a yarn bowl, but honestly, it's so perfect holding my stress balls. It just looks so cool with the brains like sticking out. And then I have a black cat that I got from Dollar Tree. And then I found a white cat that I actually had thrifted years ago. So I have a black cat and a white cat. I'm glad I didn't buy the white cat they had there because then I would have too many white cats. And then I have a wax warmer all the way over there. So that little light is, and it's warming some mulled wine. Not mulled wine, but mulled um, scent, which I'm gonna pick more up because it's such a nice smell. Can you imagine mulled wine? Ooh. I guess it could be like moldy cheese. I don't know. I don't even like moldy cheese, so See, it just like kind of clings to itself, makes it really difficult to detangle. Luckily, it's just been twists and things thus far, um, but I can't imagine if one gets a little unruly how hellish that will be. See, it's just so big. Itchy nose. Your background looks great. Thank you. Thank you, Melanie. I'm trying to finish this dang stress ball 'cause it's stressing me out. My desk already looks better, and I've barely done anything. I have 3 fans on on my desk. Like, why do I need 3 fans? It's like I'm trying to outgame myself. What's on the craft agenda today? Well, I'm gonna be finishing this stress ball, which is probably gonna be pretty giant, because I'm using all of this blue yarn on this ball, so it'll probably be a pretty big stress ball. Um, and then I want to make some progress on my voodoo doll, which the torso should go pretty fast because I'm using a 9mm hook. Um, I should put this hook in here. And I'm just trying to organize kind of my space a little bit so that things are a little bit easier. Also, I might work on my tarot card. So, a bunch of things, really. What's on your agenda today? I was just gonna, I was just gonna say I bet it's work, 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 work. We're on the same wavelength. Don't dip the yarn in the coffee. That's mission number 1. I need to get some breakfast. How I said it. I literally was like, I know exactly what she's gonna write. That's why we're perfect for each other. We get off to work and make some calls. Make that money, baby. Make that money. And have some fun. Almost fucked up my tension right there. A little twist, but managed to make it work. I'm trying to. Gotta try to fund the craft life. I know the craft life ain't cheap. I think it's looking a little bit more full now than it was before. I mean, it's definitely bigger, but it's looking a lot more full, which I'm happy about because I was like, it looks like it's falling apart, and I don't like that. So it's very squishy, very soft, and one ball makes, I think, the perfect size. I love you, baby. Thank you for enabling my habit. Okay, now we're getting to the tricky part where it's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm putting so much tension. I'm really afraid it's gonna snap. Okay, now we're at the knock stage. I knew it was coming. Okay, let me finish this stitch first. Okay, I seem to have released it from its mortal confines. Okay, it's untangled for now, and we're gonna keep on going until this fucking ball is done. God, yarn's so annoying sometimes, but it's worth it for the end result, right? Move my coffee cup that away because I keep hitting it with my hook and it's bothering me. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just making a Chanel stress ball out of just Chanel from the dollar store. I don't exactly remember the name of this color. I know the tag is in another room. It's like baby blue or something like that. Um, hey, Darsha. Oh, that is my project for this afternoon also. So much fun when making big balls, multiple skeins tangled together. That gives me chills all over my body. You just missed Mel. She's got to go to work, make money to support my craft habits. Um, what size hook am I using? I'm using a 4.5 millimeter. Even though it suggested a bigger hook for this, I still found that this worked really well. I really like the slope of the hook um, for this particular project. So all of the balls I've made have been 4.5. Also, I can't really find my 5 millimeter hook. I don't know what happened to it. So that's why I started using 4.5 in the first place. How do the bells work for you? I haven't used them yet. Um, Honestly, I just bought them at the dollar store, and um, I didn't want to use them with the Chanel because the Chanel is a little bit more slippery, and so my tail for my Chanel that I weaved in, or I was woven in, um, it seemed too slick to hold on to the bells, and I was a little afraid that they would loosen up over time. So I think I will save the bells for a a regular non Chanel yarn. So I haven't tried them yet, but I think that I bought some bells, and then I think I found the bells that I used for my cat's project, which were a little bit larger, so they ring really well. Um, but we'll see. So haven't tried it yet. Long story short. Hey Kelly, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm making a stress ball. It's turning out to be quite a large stress ball out of Just Chanel uh, by Premier. They sell at the Dollar Tree. And I'm almost done with the ball. I wanted to just keep going until I was done with the ball because I have no use for like 3 feet of Chanel yarn. So, so I'm just making this ball bigger and bigger. This is my brain stress ball because it looks kind of like a brain, doesn't it? With all the folds and everything. And it's really, really soft. It's really, really plush. Um, there's a couple things I don't like about it, but that I've kind of alluded to throughout the video, but it's just not as um, it's not as tight as the uh, the other balls that I've made. Saw your store, not maybe wrong name to have started an account. I tried to start an account on Rippler, yeah, but I don't know how well that worked out. Yes, I do have my store on Etsy. I am selling stress balls. Um, I think for a relatively reasonable cost. And then I also sell watercolor paintings. I didn't keep most of my crochet stuff because most of it was amigurumi, and I'm kind of like um, not really into amigurumi right now, especially tiny things, and then the big things take so long. So I'm working on a big amigurumi doll right now, and that is taking up a lot of my time. The legs alone took like a day and a half each. But they look great, I think. And then I had to use a bigger hook. So I'm in between meetings. Glad to catch you live. I'm glad you got to catch me too. Use the extras to make one colored one. Oh, nice. That's smart. Yeah, I just want to make it fluffier. It just doesn't really hold together because I think the yarn is heavier, so I think it tends to fall apart a little bit easier. So I'd rather have it be as fluffy as possible than leave it what I feel is half done. But um, but when I saw the yardage on the sticker, I was afraid that I was going to run out of yarn, so I didn't pack the ring as tightly as I normally do. And I think that I'm kind of paying the consequence now where I don't have a really, really, really fluffy ball. So I think I could have done a better job making things a little tighter at the beginning. But what are you going to do? I'm not going to redo it. Because I'm lazy. I'll just do better on the next one. Hopefully. That's my goal. This is a really easy pattern, Kelly. I did a how-to a couple videos ago, and I think it went all right. You know, a lot of people were able to make these stress balls after they watched the video. All it is you make a chain of 6, you slip stitch into the first stitch, then you double crochet as many, I mean as many double crochets into that circle as possible. And then you close your circle, you slip stitch into that first stitch, you chain 2, and you put 4 double crochets in each stitch. So you're doing a big major increase. And I find typically that 3 rounds is perfect. Independent confirmation of my opinion also. Okay. Yeah, do you feel that way about the Chanel? So unless it's rainbow, I don't tend to go towards lighter colors, but I do find that with these stress balls, a lot of them I don't want to do in like darker colors because I want people to feel like happy, like I don't know, not that dark colors don't make people happy because I wear dark colors all the time and I'm miserable. No, I'm just kidding. Um, but uh, I just I feel like if I want them to be easy to spot, easy to keep track of, and um, you know, be fun to hold and squeeze and stuff like that. So I did get some black Chanel, but I'm hoping to make a black cat with it because I looked at it and I was like, it just screamed, you need to make a black cat. Know about it for this project. You did it fun and easy to follow. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Um, yeah, I don't know about it for this project either. I was really, really hoping for it, but I just don't know. I don't know. But it's got to be good for something, right? So mine didn't shed as much as you said that yours did, but I could have just got like a lucky ball. Um, so, you know, who knows? It did shed a little bit at the beginning, but it quickly was fine. And it's slipping through my clover crochet hook really easily. It's just perfect. Yeah, the size hook that they said, I think they recommended using. I think they said it was a super bulky 6, and they recommended using an 8 millimeter hook. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't need to do that. So I can't imagine what this would look like with an 8 hook. I don't even know if I have an 8 hook. I know I have a 9 and I know I have a 6.5. What is a K? Is a K 7? A K 6.5? Yeah, this Furl's K is 6.5. Yeah, so what kind of projects do you think the Chanel would be good for? Because I bought quite a bit of it. I mean, not like a ton, but I bought a few colors. What kind of things do you think the Chanel would be good for? Please don't say baby blanket. I do not make baby blankets. I hate baby blankets. I don't know why. I think I had such a bad experience with my last baby blanket that I just was over it. I used Bernat blanket extra, and I had to use a P hook, and I used this hook right here. This is a P, right? This is an 11.5 millimeter hook. And I swear that this hook alone gave me carpal tunnel. Um, it was rough. It was painful. Um, so, and it wasn't until after I was done with half the hook, half the um, project that I found this P/Q, which is a clover, which is more ergonomic. Still huge, but it's more ergonomic, and it's 15 millimeters, so it's not like I could just interchange halfway through. Um, if you live in the North Carolina area and you are looking for a place that is wondrous and magnificent and very, very cool to go to in Durham, North Carolina, there is a place called the Scrap Exchange. And I have never found another place quite like this. It's definitely a hidden gem. It shouldn't be as hidden as it is, but it is hidden. So they have all kinds of crafts, and there's like a whole section that's hardware, and they have random things like they'll have like a whole tub of pool noodles, and you can just like buy pool noodles in bulk, and just it's all kinds of things. It's really really cool place. But they have an entire yarn section. They also have a sewing section, and they have fabric on the walls, and they have all kinds of things. They have like scrap leather in just a big huge bin, and it's just like 25 cents a pound or something crazy like that. But the yarn is reasonably priced. It used to be really, really cheap. And then they started they got a new. I found this out because I complained, and I'm not one to complain um, with most things. But they were selling Red Heart Super Saver for $3, and I was like, and they were selling Simply Soft for like 350, $4, and I was like, this is the same price as at the store. Like this is not a discount because like all of this is like they're discontinued colors. There's it's yarn that you're not going to be able to find again. So it's like this really isn't a good deal anymore. And it used to be like you got like really good deals on yarn. Um, but they also have an array of hooks, which is how I got this P/Q hook, and it was $1. This hook is not $1 when you try to find it on the internet or you buy it in store. It is not $1. So if you have anything like that, or if you're ever in Durham, North Carolina, I would highly suggest going to the Scrap Exchange. They also are attached to a really great thrift store. So they have a thrift store and then they have a scrap exchange, and it is wonderful. So that's my soapbox. Works good for water balloons, most girl items like bows, headbands, lots of scrunchies. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to find like the weirdness in that. I like making weirder, kind of more unconventional projects. The water balloons might be good. I'm not big into celebrating summer. So, but that might be cool to do. Do you just stuff them with polyfill? Oh, at the end of the line. Okay, so and then I'm gonna crochet in my end. I have been doing this instead of using a darning needle, and I've just found it a lot easier because you can keep your yarn a little bit shorter, which sometimes just happens. The water balloons are not stuffed. Oh, so they're okay. Hmm. So you just make a ball and then I'm confused. Tell me more. Darcy, give me the deets. A deflated water balloon, but you soak them in water. Okay, that's cool. Because this yarn is pretty slippery, I'm making sure to kind of change directions as much as possible, um, to make sure that it stays in there. Then I can get really up close and tight in there. Got my handy dandy scissors. I like to stretch it a little bit to see if the yarn will pull out, which it did, so I'm glad I stretched it. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely bigger than my other ones, but it's not too big that people wouldn't like it. I mean, it still like feels really good um, to squeeze in the hands. Um, so I was gonna throw it over at the skeleton, but skeleton's made out of plastic, and there's like literally an open flame right there. It just wouldn't be good. It would be a bad idea. Don't let me throw it. Holding you guys accountable. Okay. Got our 4.5 in here. I'll leave a space for my 5, because I don't know where that bitch is. Okay, we're just wrapping up on an hour, so I think I might let you guys go and work on my um, little buddy a little bit, or maybe I'll work on something else. I'll probably work on something else, to be honest. But yeah, so I'll let you guys go, but it was great talking to you guys, and I love you very much. Okay, bye.